Thank you for tuning in with Mahogany Center Stage with our host, Jerry Revish, Central Ohio's Urban Lifestyle Podcast.
Welcome to Mahogany Center Stage. I'm your host, Jerry Revish, and joining me today for our conversation is Derrick Bailey, the CEO of Telhio. Welcome, Derrick.
Thank you.
How long have you been CEO?
So this is my third year. So I was announced president in 2022 and CEO 2023.
Well, how did you get into the finance business?
By accident. So went to University of Toledo for undergrad, and initially I wanted to be to get into some type of real estate. You know, that was sort of my passion as a kid. I did an internship at a mortgage company, and after that I ended up wholesaling mortgages in South Florida for a couple years, then eventually came back to Columbus for my MBA and stayed in banking. Did a little bit of everything, and now I'm the CEO of Telhio.
Wow. So how has your travel to this CEO job informed your mindset about finances?
Yeah, so you get to see different lenses, right? So from a consumer standpoint or individual standpoint, you don't really see the full impact of the scope of how everything in the economy touches at the end of the day the consumer, right? If we don't have job growth, you don't have jobs. You don't have construction, there's not contractors, there's not opportunity for people to grow. So it's really eye-opening, but it's very rewarding to be able to help in those areas, to be able to help small businesses so they can create jobs, to be able to do a development loan so we can get for affordable housing. So you really see the impact. A lot of people think that banking is just about numbers, and hey, it's more about that, especially at Telhio. It's more about truly helping people become great and do what they need to do.
And for folks who really don't know the difference, tell me the difference between Telhio's work and a regular bank.
It's a major difference. First of all, we're owned by our membership. So everything that we do is for our members. So as long as you have $5 in your account, you're a member at Telhio. So our mission is completely different. While we have to earn profit, we got to keep the lights on. Ultimately, our goal is to serve our members. And that's whether you're a business member or a consumer member. We try to find a way to say yes, especially when it comes to lending. We try to offer better rates on the deposit side and on the loan side. And most importantly, we're governed by a group of volunteers. Our board of directors are actually volunteers who are all members, who all live the credit union spirit and the credit union passion. In addition, credit union space is very collaborative. We partner together. There's several credit unions in Columbus that we have joint ventures with to help serve our members collectively. And by doing it that way, we do it better. And I think the younger generation is starting to realize that. Our membership base is attracting a lot of younger members now who want something different, want something local, where you could go and talk to your decision maker. They're not, 10,000 miles away, and you're really touching people still.
You're being inclusive with this financial environment. And you've had some great success, I would say. You're $1 billion company now. What do you think was the driving principle or the driving force that got you to where you are today at Telhio?
You know what? It was really focusing on, it's easy to get members, but how do we keep them to stay? Service and providing those additional services. In 2009, our board of directors had the vision of starting small business. At that time when I came to Telhio, we had just started small business banking. Portfolio was very small. And I got there, and eventually we were able to ramp up and become one of the best credit unions for lending to businesses in the nation, not just in Columbus. We're one of the best SBA lenders in the nation. We're consistently ranked top 10 in the state for SBA lending amongst all financial institutions. So that foundation allowed us to grow at a different scale. And we took our simple approach, and it's the approach that we were built on. We were originally the Columbus Telephone Company, started in 1934. So the only way you could bank at the Columbus Telephone Company Credit Union, that's the name back then, was to be an employee. That eventually became AT&T. So our roots were always banking the employees of a business. And today we do that. We do it in multiple ways. We start by giving a loan to the business owner. And eventually we ask, hey, can we do financial education and financial wellness for your employees? And it's a great added benefit. And I think it's one that more people could take advantage of if they only knew that we offered those services.
If they only knew the information tunnel, it's sometimes closed off to some folks who have great ideas, but they don't have the financing. If you were to advise a budding entrepreneur, somebody's got a great idea, but they don't have the financing for that, how would you tell them to make yourself look bankable?
Yeah, first I would say start with the industry that you want to get in and find a mentor. Find somebody that's done it well, so you know the industry really, really well. And even if that means you go and get a job in that industry, just knowing that one day you want to own your own business, and I don't care what it is. If you want to own a tech company, go into tech, work, start learning it from the inside out. Then come up with a really good, have your business plan on paper, run it by people and trusted advisors. You definitely want to connect with a banker early as possible, right? Go to your local credit union. Many of us have business banking departments. You can come to any Telhio branch, talk to them about your plans and your vision. And then finally, meet with the resources that are out there, whether it's, you're going to the local SBDCs, if you're going to SCORE, there's plenty of resources that can help with business plans. But if you don't have a well-written plan, most likely you're going to fail. And just remember to always check in on that plan, keep it updated, communicate with your circle, and just go after it.
How long does it take you to size up a prospective small business venture as the opportunity for the two to succeed or not? Can you kind of look at them and tell whether this is going to fly or it's not?
No. You could tell if it's way off. Like if it's something like, look, that's probably not going to fly. But I never tell my bankers to judge. Get the data. If they take the time to put that data together, you take the time to review it. Don't just tell anyone no. And historically that's happened at a lot of institutions. People judge a book by the cover. You tell somebody no. Some of our best business members and fastest growing companies, and some of them fastest growing companies in the city that bank with us, they were told no without being heard from, and no one actually looking at their plan, looking at their financials and taking the time. And that's the difference between us. We take our time, we talk to our members, and we give everyone a fair shake. And then if we can't do it, we tell you how we can, and that's the difference.
Columbus is getting to be known as a hotbed for new Americans, immigrants, people from different places around the world to come here. And a lot of them are entrepreneurial. Has your business attracted and captured those people?
Absolutely, and intentionally, right? So we consider ourselves community-based. That means our membership base should look like the communities we serve. And if it doesn't, then we have a problem. So we're intentional about it. We're intentional about the organizations we sponsor the events that we go to, and it's been great. You're right, a lot are entrepreneurs. So, we have really good products for them, really good bankers, and it's actually helped us grow, quite frankly, and I think it's going to continue to do that.
When you became a CEO, you also became a father. Am I right on that? Has that changed you at all? Being a father and a CEO?
Yeah, I would like to say I'm more patient, but I'm not. No, it really showed me to slow down. If you talk to people that work with me on a daily basis, they'll say, Derrick, you move too fast. So I've learned to slow down a little, but I still move fast because I believe change, you have to move fast because that's the only thing that's certain is change right now. But I move with a little bit more methodical at times as well. And patience is the big one. Kids will teach you patience and they will humble you real quick as well.
Yes, sir, and they don't care. They speak their mind. Talk to me about how the business has changed since you got into it. Telhio Credit Union.
Oh man, it's been a huge transformation. Like at most financial institutions, we're going through the digital, the AI transformation, and AI is scary. It's scary but exciting, and I definitely think there's a huge opportunity for everyone in their business to embrace it. And it's not, and the scary part is mainly for employees that don't understand the vision. So we've been very intentional as a leadership group to make sure that our employees understand that we're not using AI to replace you. We're using AI to help make you better, to leverage, to get rid of tasks so you can have relationships and conversations that are meaningful, both internally and externally with our members.
You almost went into the next question that I was going to ask you about AI. Some people are afraid of it, others just don't understand it. How have you used AI in your business?
We use it in it helps prevent fraud. We use it for underwriting. We use it for even our basic calendar, just communicating with calendars, making sure things are arranged the proper way, and we're going to continue to use it more. One day, we'll probably have thousands of AI agents, right? But we'll still have our employees because I need our employees to talk to our members, and I don't think you could ever replace that part because we're in a trust business, and at the end of the day, you build trust from human to human connection.
Where do you see the future of your business going?
I think you will see a more robust digital experience at Telhio. You're definitely going to see, and as an industry, you're going to see more of that. I don't think you're going to see any financial institution, well, the majority of the financial institutions will still continue building branches. We just built a great branch on Livingston in Berwick. Highly recommend you go to that branch. Excellent branch manager, excellent team. Everyone still wants that feel. But I think the industry's definitely going to move faster. Money's going to move faster, meaning you won't have to wait an hour, 2 hours for a wire to go through. I think you're going to get instant payments. And I think that's almost certain to happen in the near future.
Derrick Bailey, CEO of Telhio. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.